In the world of gaming, trends come and go. Battle royales rose, survival games evolved, but one title remains completely untouchable at the top of the throne. We are in April 2026, and League of Legends just pulled over 71 million viewer hours in a single month. To put that in perspective, that is 8,100 years of human life spent watching one game in just 30 days. How does a game from 2009 still dominate every streaming platform on Earth? Today, we're going deep into the machine behind the legend. League of Legends is a multiplayer online battle arena (MOBA) game, in which the player controls a character, champion, with a set of unique abilities from an isometric perspective. During a match, champions gain levels by accruing experience points, XP, through killing enemies. Items can be acquired to increase champions' strength, and are bought with gold, which players accrue passively over time and earn actively by defeating the opposing team's minions, champions, or defensive structures. In the main game mode, Summoner's Rift, items are purchased through a shop menu, available to players only when their champion is in the team's base. Each match is discrete. Levels and items do not transfer from one match to another. Let's look at the raw data. While Steam records are often broken by new hits like Monster Hunter Wilds or Palworld, League lives in its own ecosystem, the global audience. We are looking at a monthly active player base of nearly 150 million. The streaming giant. On Twitch and YouTube Gaming, League consistently fights off GTA 5 and Counter-Strike 2 for the #1 spot. The T1 effect. A huge portion of this fame comes from Korea's LCK. When teams like T1, led by the unkillable Demon King Faker, play, the viewership doesn't just grow, it explodes. Worlds 2025 hit a peak of 6.7 million concurrent viewers. That's more than some traditional Olympic sports. So why do people watch? It's not just the gameplay, it's the ecosystem. The lore expansion. With the success of Arcane, Riot Games turned a clicky map game into a cinematic universe. People watch the streams because they are invested in the characters, not just the stats. Infinite meta shifts. Riot releases patches every 2 weeks. The game you watch today is not the game you watched a month ago. New items, fearless draft modes in pro play, and champion reworks keep the fame fresh. The accessibility of watching. Unlike a tactical shooter, where you might miss a headshot in a split second, League's top-down view is perfect for spectators. It's electronic chess. Easy to follow the big team fights, but incredibly deep to understand. If you think League is big in the West, look at Asia. Over 57% of all esports viewers are in the Asia-Pacific region. In countries like China and South Korea, League isn't just a game, it's a national pastime. For us in the content creation space, especially for regional channels, this is a lesson in brand loyalty. League fans don't just play the game, they belong to a region. Whether it's the LEC in Europe or the LCK in Korea, the tribalism of esports keeps the viewer hours ticking even when there isn't a major tournament. League of Legends, LO, commonly referred to as League, is a multiplayer online battle arena video game, developed and published by Riot Games. Inspired by Defense of the Ancients, a custom map for Warcraft 3, Riot's founders sought to develop a standalone game in the same genre. Since its release in October 2009, League has been free to play and is monetized through purchasable character customization. The game is available for Windows and Mac OS. In the game's main mode, Summoner's Rift, 2 teams of 5 players battle in player versus player combat. Each player controls a character, known as a champion, with unique abilities and styles of play. During a match, champions become more powerful by collecting experience points, earning gold, and purchasing items to defeat the opposing team. Teams defend their base and win by pushing toward the enemy base and destroying a large structure within it, the Nexus. League of Legends has received generally favorable reviews, which have highlighted its accessibility, character designs, and production value. The game's long lifespan has resulted in a critical reappraisal, with reviews trending favorably. It is widely considered one of the greatest video games ever made. However, rude and abusive in-game player behavior, criticized since the game's early days, persists despite Riot's attempts to fix the problem. In 2019, League regularly peaked at 8 million concurrent players, and its popularity has led to tie-ins such as music, comic books, short stories, and the animated series Arcane. Its success has spawned several spin-off video games, including a mobile version, a digital collectible card game, and a turn-based role-playing game, among others. An MMORPG based on the property is in development. League of Legends is the world's largest esport, with an international competitive scene consisting of multiple regional leagues, which culminates in an annual League of Legends World Championship. The 2019 event registered over 100 million unique viewers, peaking at a concurrent viewership of 44 million during the finals. Domestic and international events have been broadcast on live streaming websites such as Twitch, YouTube, Bilibili, and the cable television sports channel. Summoner's Rift is the flagship game mode of League of Legends, and the most prominent in professional level play. The mode has a ranked competitive ladder. A matchmaking system determines a player's skill level and generates a starting rank from which they can climb. There are 10 tiers. The least skilled are Iron, Bronze, and Silver, and the highest are Master, Grandmaster, and Challenger. 2 teams of 5 players compete to destroy the opposing team's nexus, which is guarded by the enemy champions and defensive structures known as turrets. Each team's nexus is in its base, where players start the game and reappear after death. Non-player characters known as minions are generated from each team's nexus and advance toward the enemy base along 3 lanes guarded by turrets: top, middle, and bottom. Each team's base contains 3 inhibitors, one behind the 3rd tower from the center of each lane. Destroying an enemy team's inhibitor causes stronger allied minions to spawn in that lane, and allows the attacking team to damage the enemy nexus and the 2 turrets guarding it. The regions in between the lanes are known as the jungle, which is inhabited by monsters that, like minions, respawn at regular intervals. Like minions, monsters provide gold and XP when killed. Another more powerful class of monster resides within the river that separates each team's jungle. These monsters require multiple players to defeat, and grant special abilities to their Slayer's team. For example, teams can gain a powerful allied unit after killing the Rift Herald, permanent strength boosts by killing dragons, and stronger, more durable minions by killing Baron Nashor. Summoner's Rift matches can last from 15 minutes to over an hour. The game does not dictate where players may go, but conventions have arisen. Typically 1 player goes in the top lane, 1 in the middle lane, 1 in the jungle, and 2 in the bottom lane. Players in a lane kill minions to accumulate gold and XP, termed farming, and try to prevent their opponent from doing the same. A 5th champion, known as a jungler, farms the jungle monsters and, when powerful enough, assists their teammates in a lane. Is League of Legends the greatest game ever? That's up for debate. But is it the most powerful force in streaming history? The 71 million hours don't lie. It is a masterclass in how to keep a community engaged for nearly 2 decades. As we look at the hidden gems of 2026, we have to respect the king that refuses to give up the crown.